Hello, stream.
Good evening.
Back as Storyteller. It's been so long.
Yay!
It has been a minute. Oh, I got rid of my trash bag. Yeah.
Rip.
I know, and I have to get rid of my tea bags. I'll be right back.
How dare.
How's everyone tonight?
Doing swell.
As per usual, alive, unfortunately.
Say that.
I mean, let's be honest here, my life would probably be a little bit easier if I was, as most of our characters are.
I mean, wouldn't all of ours? Shit.
I don't know. Sometimes I wonder.
Okay, Miss fucking Salubri.
I mean, you know what I have planned for Uriel. Can you say that about Yuri either?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think I'd rather sit at a 9-to-5 desk job than go through that.
Ew, gross. I don't know, I think I'd rather Tori's bullshit than sitting through 11 and 12-hour days dealing with grocery store customers.
I'll take Chance's life.
See, that's the other thing, though. I feel like I've gotten to a place where I might not be entirely happy with everything, but I'm, like, satisfied with it. And I have more not bad days than I have bad days.
Oh, don't get me wrong, this is the best job I've ever had, and I don't really have bad days, but I don't want to do it. Shut up, Zeppa, go outside. The door's open. Go outside. Don't you huff at me. This is my day. I just have conversations with Zeppa. What? Can I help you?
At least she talks back. I get weird looks when I start talking to inanimate objects.
She is talking back more. I love it. Well, Hill. And what is Dengle doing? Talking to children?
Did I just see the words "no more cats" cross your lip?
Yeah, that's fun. So I guess I can do announcements anyway. This is World of Darkness. If there is a problem, or something that words are hard tonight, holy crap. If there is anything that bothers you that comes up in this game, please feel free to skip it or stop it and then come back. We do recaps at the beginning of every game just in case something is missed. And hopefully that's enough to bring you up to speed if you couldn't watch or listen to the game. Your mental health is important. Why is this so hard tonight? Do you guys want to do a brief recap?
I believe it was mainly Zep and Rufus last game.
Yeah.
But, so Zep and Rufus walked around, took care of some remaining things that were happening in the city after the bonfire at the warehouse. that may or may not have been caught feeding. We don't know for sure. And Rufus hired Zep on as a bodyguard.
Yeah, yay, full time. What was Yuri doing?
Yuri was thinking about things, keeping an eye on political moves in the tower now that Octavius is gone, and was also having a series of conversations with one of their favorite people about possibly becoming a ghoul.
Yes. Did that happen?
Yes.
So you have a ghoul now.
Uriel has a ghoul.
And then we had a small trip in which a few kindred went to Atlanta. I'm not Atlanta. Well, I mean, they went to Indianapolis. William and Rufus went there. Some stuff happened. Things went down. A fire was started, as is per the normal when Rufus is involved with things. And then there was a guest that came to Detroit. Had a conversation with Kat. And then had a conversation with everybody.
It was very interesting.
And then Tori left.
And then Tori left.
After leaving some words and some thoughts. In some people's heads, I think. And then we'll go to our intro. Our new intro, because I fixed it. Alright, I'm your storyteller, Feyla. Joining me tonight is Nen playing Zep. Uriel. Button's playing Uriel. Alright.
Oh yeah, get the first time.
Yeah,
Feyla.
just straight up Uriel. Tonight is Nen playing Zep. And then Dengle playing Rufus. And then someone else. Button's playing Uriel. Not the other way Can you not talk right now? Yeah, just straight up Uriel.
Just Cat.
Okay. Just making sure. Dengle playing Rufus. So,
He's being loud.
And then someone else. Did our intro, we did our recap. Can you not talk right now? So this is going to be a little bit of a time skip. Just making sure. We left off with everybody on the 14th. We did. And then things happened. Our intro, we did our recap. So this is going to be up on the 20th. Which is a Sunday. We left off with everybody. Is there anything that you guys would like to have done in the meantime? And people left. So,
hit the road.
We'll be picking back up on the 20th, which is a Sunday.
Zep would have been helping to get set up for the taking over Cassidy's old domain.
Jack.
Uriel is going to do a couple things.
Okay.
First thing they're going to want to do is they're going to want to talk to Rufus before he heads out.
For the
Never
second
allowed.
time. Correct? Not the first time?
Pardon?
Because Tori would have come, and then Rufus was going to leave again. Is Uriel talking to him before the first leaving, or before the second leaving? Correct? Not the first time? Because Rufus...
This would be before the first leaving.
Rufus was going to leave again.
Or no, before the
first leaving,
before the second leaving. Sorry,
it's after the second time that Tori was there.
I am also tired. I apologize.
Okay.
This would be before the second leaving.
Second. I was gonna say it's after the second time that Tori was there. After the first time. Okay.
So at some point, Rufus would get a text from Uriel asking, "Can we talk privately?" before you leave?
You would receive one stating, I will stop by wherever you want me to on my way out of town.
Let's just meet at the school.
Go outside, go potty.
That's one of the only
potty.
places I trust isn't bugged to hell and back.
Hurry up.
And Uriel will get an Uber and head over there as quickly as possible.
You would find Rufus waiting impatiently in the auditorium. Robinson and Buck are both there. They're fine.
Okay, I'll make this quick then. God. So, your friend, what she said about leaving, I'm gonna be honest, I'd thought about it before, and you know that I've been thinking about it for a while, and I know that you said you don't want to get involved with the pyramid, so I want to go through with it, but I don't want to put you in firing range of the pyramid, considering you and I have been associating relatively publicly as of late. And I'm not sure what kind of favors I'd have to call in to make that happen and with who. And that also makes me a little nervous, and I wanted to gauge your thoughts on it real quick.
You are independent of the pyramid, correct? You just work there.
Yes. What? They're keeping tabs on me, and they have been for a few years, like I said.
Okay, resign. If they want to keep tabs on you, then they have to work a little bit harder. If they're here, I'll keep tabs on them, keeping tabs on you.
They don't really just let people go.
Well, they're not really letting you go because you're not technically attached to them. I know it's semantics, but still, it's much like if my friend Buck here decided that he was going to announce that he was leaving the police department, which Officer Robinson here works for. Technically speaking, they can't do anything if he was actually working for him because he's an officer. You're technically not a member of the pyramid, therefore, while they can be disgruntled and they can still send people to look after you, they can't make you stay, correct?
I don't know. I don't know what they're capable of, and I don't know what they're not capable of. Someone's done a pretty darn good job of cleaning up messes around there, and I don't want to become another mess, you know?
Well, if they become too big of a problem, we have a certain person that looks at Robinson that can make a mess for them. She talks to the right person that talks to the right person that talks to the right person. They have a bit of a handful.
Yeah, I know some people.
It's not something that I necessarily want to use.
Not something I would want you to use either.
But it is something that we can leverage. And I mean, absolute worst case scenario, Buck isn't terrible with electronics. We can He knows enough how to install issues onto computers. So.
Oh, I'd have great fun doing that.
And I'm sure they have plenty of computers that have plenty of sensitive information that they don't want gone.
You have no idea.
So if they're too much of a problem, we have multiple ways of mitigating said problem. If they become violent, well, I'm friends with a very powerful Zamitzi.
You are, and it is terrifying, not gonna lie.
It is strategy.
Okay. Well, this was gonna happen some way, but I wanted to give you a heads up, that way you didn't just come walking back into a backlash.
Oh, even if I do, it's going to be okay.
Okay.
Something tells me after my trip, I will be a little bit better equipped to deal with things like this.
For all our sakes, I certainly hope so. And I mean that in the kindest way possible.
Contacting old friends and tracking down even older ones.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, with that said, I guess I'll leave you to it. While you're gone, is it cool if I look through some of King's stuff, if I promise to make sure it's still here when you get back?
Yes, everything that's upstairs is free to look through if you can actually start organizing, because I feel like you're one of those that would like to do that.
Maybe.
I wouldn't be opposed to that happening.
I think I can manage that.
But if you find anything overly important or overly interesting, let me know.
Mm-hmm. Will do. Safe travels.
They always are. And I have backup this time. And Rufus will kind of just motion to, like, let's go.
Are you bringing Chris with you, by the way?
He would extend the offer to Chris if he wanted to, but would not make Chris go.
Chris would rather stay if given the choice, but if you wanted him.
You'll let Chris stay.
Okay. Good to know. So, after Rufus leaves, in which he will be quickly popping into Atlanta, and then going off into who knows where, is there anything the rest of you would like to do? And, Dengle, is there anything your other character would like to do?
Help with local cleanup efforts.
Okay.
Uriel will, quote-unquote, tender their resignation and start moving their office from the DIA to one of the spare rooms where they were experimenting with Tori.
Okay.
And between that... Sorry, go ahead.
Are you handing it to anyone physically, or are you just kind of leaving it and then running?
They're just gonna kind of leave it in the main office where Octavius used to be, knowing someone will find it.
Okay. So you're not accosted or anything on your way out as you grab your things, providing you do so quickly.
Yeah, they would just grab. They would make it a point not to, like, take anything that would cause notice, just their usual stuff, and grab their ghoul and head out.
Okay.
Easy
enough.
So what
were you going to finish up with?
Just between setting up the new workspace and work on organizing King's stuff upstairs.
Okay.
I'm sure that'll take quite a bit of time.
Oh yeah. Actually,
give me
intelligence and
academics.
I'm gonna burn a willpower to reroll some of this. That was actually a highly disappointing roll.
Only if
you want.
I got 1 out of 7. I'm re-rolling it.
Okay.
Don't worry about marking down the willpower because this is just a downtime thing.
Okay, that's a lot better. 4.
Okay. You make okay
headway.
It's not
as much as you would hope, but you make okay headway.
So,
Is there anything Zep
would like to finish up with?
Zep is going to be tracking local police reports to see if anyone talked about anything recently.
Okay. How
would you like to do that? Would you like to do that more technology based or more word of mouth based?
Technology.
Okay. So give
me intelligence
and I'm sorry,
wits and technology.
We'll do
wits.
Nothing.
You don't
hear anything.
There's
reports.
They're still talking about
like what had happened not too previously.
And
just
every now and then
something odd comes up. Nothing that he can track back to what he did.
So you hear a few things that are a little bit more along the lines of what he's looking for, but nothing screams. That was the guy I did not kill.
He probably should have killed, but wanted to spite the beast.
Yeah. It was a choice. One he has to unlive with. So in between that time, Rufus gets a couple of messages from Damian, and then from Varia, and then a group between the three of you. Talking about a couple of things. And then on the early evening of March 20th, Uriel and Zep, you get a message from Varia asking you to meet at the school. Or come to the auditorium if you're already at the school.
On my way.
Say okay and start making his way over there.
Okay.
Uriel, were you at the school already or no?
They probably would be.
Okay, you're just kind of staying there now.
Yeah, it's easier to just be there and just get right to work.
Okay. So you've moved pretty quickly there. Varia has been in and around, so is Peter. They're kind of taking turns swapping off, keeping an eye on things, and just popping in and making sure everything's okay in the domain. And as you arrive, standing next to Varia is actually Damian, who looks fairly disgruntled about being there, but he's there. And Zep, you get there not too long after, I'd imagine. So Uriel, Varia gives you a nod, and Damian just kind of, hey.
I'm a little surprised to see you here, but hello.
Don't really want to be.
Never blamed you.
And maybe some small talk is made. Is there anything you want to talk to Varia about?
It's mostly just gonna be small talk.
Okay. So Zep, after you arrive, you see them all just kind of talking, waiting for you. You're given a hello. Damian just also gives you a very disgruntled, hey. Has that been introduced to Damian?
He has not.
Varia makes the introductions. And that just does say that Damian is Rufus's child.
Don't seem particularly happy about that one, do you?
Of course not. I didn't pick this.
It grows on you after a bit.
I don't think this will. Not a fan of having to move every single night.
Fair.
And then Varia speaks up. So, I brought you guys here so you can go check on something that Damian started to notice. There's been a gathering happening just inside the domain. Don't know if it's any kindred, but some of Rufus's group is going to it. And
Interesting.
yeah, the guy's apparently doing it as he travels and does this. Couldn't really get too much information, which is why I want to see if you guys can go figure anything out.
We haven't heard anything else along the grapevine about any new kindred coming into town recently.
Not that I've heard, no. Although you guys are in the domain, we're staying here a little bit, but you guys have more of an ear to the ground here than we, Peter and I.
I mean, I've mostly been holed up here the past several nights. Zep, have you heard anything?
Not really. I've been keeping busy.
So this looks like something we'll have to investigate fresh.
Yeah,
going a little blind.
People don't tend to come to Katarzyna's brood for random rumors. So I wouldn't expect any of them to come and just say, hey, I heard this kindred walked into town. But Damian noticed the mortals going to things like this. Don't know if any kindred are going or if the kindred's doing it or anything like that, which is why I want you guys to go investigate. Damian can show you where it is.
Okay.
And he just kind of shrugs. You guys ready now, or you need to get ready?
I'm all set.
Yeah, I'm good to go. Uriel's probably in grungier clothes at this point.
Good, let's go. And he walks out. Not really paying attention if you guys follow or not.
I gotta love that teenage angst, and Uriel will jog after him.
Oh.
Okay. So he starts leading you, and it's a bit of a walk. And both of you have been in the area long enough to know you're headed to a not great
area.
The way he's leading is it's heading towards the Southfield Freeway and 8 Mile. It's just not a good area for the players' sake. And it's if you thought the area around Rufus's domain seat it was bad, this is showing some age here. And you guys are getting there, and you come up to this. It looks like it could have been a house or an old school that was converted into a church. Has just the front sticking out, and then a long thing off to the side. There's a tall cross on the front of it. And that's pretty much the only thing denoting it as a church. And you can see a couple people going into the building. Its lights are on and everything, but it looks, other than a couple lights, it looks kind of closed and run down. And he stops maybe a block away, but where you can still see it. So that's it. I don't really know what's going on there. I didn't want to poke around too much by myself.
Understandable. Looking at the place, is there only one way in and out, or are there like side entrances and exits that people are using?
You from this side only see a front door.
Okay.
And only people going in or out the front. But if you want to case around the back or anything, you are more than welcome to. He just brought you to look towards the front of it.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to be taking a look around the back.
Okay. Give me wits and awareness. Or streetwise, if it's higher for you.
Four.
Okay. So as you split off from Uriel and Damian, you kind of walk around the block and everything. So it takes you a minute to do this. But there is a back door. And you can see a sliver of light through it, so it does look like it's propped open just a tiny bit.
Is that 2 others along now?
Okay. So while Zep has been gone, Uriel, do you do anything? Damian kind of is anxiously staring at it. It's kind of shifting back and forth.
You don't have to come in if you don't want to. We can take a look inside.
Yeah, I didn't really want to go in, but I also don't want to do nothing. I know a couple of people who are going there.
Mm. I could go in, just be one of the masses, and you could keep watch if you wanted to be part of it, but not go in.
Yeah, I can do that. And he pulls out a kind of beaten up cell phone and gets your number so he can call you.
Uriel will exchange numbers.
Sorry, Skeevan.
So Zep, you come back, and Damian has kind of wandered off a little bit. Still within sight, but walking away from Uriel.
Right, on the back door.
Okay. So, I'm kind of curious as to exactly what's going on, what they're showing people to bring them in. Damian wants to do something, but he doesn't want to go in, so I suggested he keep watch. I could go in, disguise myself as one of the masses, and you could sneak in the back, see what's going on behind the scenes while I see what's going on up front.
Sounds good to me.
Okay, do you have my number?
I got it on the group chat.
Okay, just making sure.
So you guys are splitting off again?
Sounds like.
All right. So Zep, give me dexterity and stealth. And Uriel, I will do either charisma and persuasion, performance, or stealth, but all charisma based.
Performance or stealth.
Okay, charisma and stealth is better. Uriel will blush of life before going into the church.
Okay. Yeah, the charisma and stealth is just to see how well you blend.
The charisma and stealth is just to see how well you
That'd primarily be their focus. They don't want to, try too hard.
Better burn a willpower for Zip got 4.
Okay. And also give me what's an awareness, both of you, once you're done.
what's an awareness, both of you, once you're done.
So I did get hunger. I did get hungrier from Blush of Life.
Okay. So what does that put you at?
2.
Okay. So what does that put you at?
And then charisma, stealth. Okay, so that's 4 on the charisma and stealth.
Okay.
And wits and awareness. And that is 3 on the wits and awareness.
Okay.
Zip only got 1 on the what's awareness.
Okay. So Uriel.
Okay.
As you walk in.
Uriel, as you walk in.
I'm sorry. As you walk in, you see it's on the smaller side, but still a decent gathering.
It's on the smaller side, but still
people.
a decent gathering.
And it doesn't seem to have quite started yet. People are kind of meandering about talking. Just kind of going back and forth, and some of them are. A lot of them are new to this specific. There's a couple of people you recognize here from. Rufus's gatherings, actually. But some of the others are just talking.
Some of the others are just
talking up, this guy's really good, really active, really gets people into it and everything like that. And you had a 3 on wits and awareness?
3 on wits and awareness?
Okay. There's 1 or 2 people that you can hear kind of bad-mouthing him. That don't know why they're here. You don't know why they're here if they're bad-mouthing whoever this person is. Who you still haven't gotten a name for. There's just more stuff being talked about. So there's a lot of chatter going on. And if you join in on any of them, people don't look at you twice or anything like that. No one seems to be paying too much attention to you. So Zep, we'll go to you. And this building is obviously a little bit on the older side. More rundown. So in the back, as you push your way into the back door,
push your way into the
there
back
is a
door.
small block
You
of
can
wood
see that
propping
there
the
is a
door open,
small
just very
block of
thin,
wood propping the door
which is
open.
keeping
Just very thin,
it from latching,
which is
so
keeping
people can
it
apparently
from
come
latching,
and go from
so
the
people
back.
can apparently come and go from the back.
And as you enter, there is a couple different doors. One to your left, one to your right, and kind of an open area leading forward. And it looks like this is a storage area, so there's desks piled up. There's some pews. And then there's another door in front of you. And you don't see or hear anyone.
Go to the door on the left, see if there's anyone inside it.
Okay. So as you open it, it's very dark in there. You kind of reach around for a light switch. Don't really find one. And as you kind of lean forward, one of those pull chain lights kind of pops you in the face. And you grab and pull on it, and it's just more storage. There's a lot of like folding chairs and folding tables in this one. It's decently sized, but it still looks like really like a closet that was repurposed.
Flip the light off and head back out.
You're muted.
It's going to be flipping the light back off and heading out.
Okay. Okay. Where are you heading to?
Just going to head over to the other side, the door that was on the right.
Okay. And it's the same thing. There's a pull chain and everything. And this one just, again, looks like more storage, except this one looks like it's got like clothing and other like linens and things in this one. There's books. So, a lot of them are just Bibles, and other ones are just other books that don't seem inappropriate to this type of place. Like Sunday school things and things like that.
Is there any of the books stand out that might be a personal journal?
No, and you can clearly see on their spines that they all are just Bibles or other like children's biblical tales or things like that.
Turn the light off and head back out.
Yeah. So he is heading out into the main area. Are you attempting to go back out the back door or enter farther in? The room isn't massive. It's maybe 10, 15 feet long.
Who's heading further in?
Okay. So this door is not cracked open. And as you go to turn it, it is locked.
Can hear talking on the other side.
And about the time that you like go to jiggle the handle, yeah, I don't think they're trying to let people in that one. And what you see is a heavily tattooed person, full sleeves, like back of the hands tattooed, necks tattooed, lots of jewelry, bunches of rings, bracelet on one hand, like an old crappy Rolex on the other, big old aviators, and it's inside and it's at night, so you know, normal stuff. And like slick back dyed hair.
Okay. Who are you?
Somebody trying to keep you from getting in trouble.
Well, maybe this isn't the best spot to have the conversation.
I'll just leave the door alone. You'll be all right.
Right. Zep's gonna walk away from the door.
Okay. So you're heading back into the storage area? Are you leaving or doing something else?
He's going to be heading out, but keeping eyes on the new person who's in here.
Okay. So you make your way to the door. The back one that's actually propped open. And exit. Does your character do anything, Dengle?
I'll just kind of stay near-ish the crowd of people.
Oh no, this isn't there. So he came in the back. There is no
Right.
people.
Yeah, just kind of walk around then. Seeing as he probably heard
The
the
10 by
whole
something storage
thing.
area. There is no one back here.
Yeah, he would just kind of walk through and just show up,
Okay.
quote unquote.
Okay. So, Zep, you leave. Where do you head to?
Around the front and text Uriel, but yeah, you found nothing.
You'll just get a thumbs up.
So are you heading around the front?
Yep.
To head in? Okay. So you head in and you hear similar conversations to what Uriel was listening in on, and you do see them. You do see them.
Next to them. Should I start yet?
Huh?
Did the show start yet?
Not yet.
And this is like an entrance area. It's fairly large, but it doesn't look like they've unlocked doors to let people further in where like the pews and stuff are. So it's just kind of like an entrance.
Or what's... I wonder what's in store for tonight. I've heard mixed reviews.
Well, if it's anything like Rufus's sermons, maybe something to look into.
We'll just have to see, won't we? And Uriel's clearly just excited about seeing what's going on. Like they're grinning ear to ear and kind of looking around and like absorbing the atmosphere.
Bet one of us is excited.
Oh, did they not tell you this is what I studied. This is like religion and spirituality and how it influences culture and how culture influences it. That's kind of like my thing.
Uh-huh.
And like modern religions and how they develop, seeing them grow. That's kind of why I approached Rufus in the first place. So yeah, I'm very excited to see what's going on.
Cool.
You're not much of a people person, are you?
No.
It's okay. I'm normally not either. But yeah, this is exciting for me, so I can handle it as long as it doesn't get too loud. If it gets too loud, I've got my earbuds. But yeah. And Uriel's just kind of shifting and fidgeting and looking around excitedly.
And we will leave you to
Okay,
there.
well,
Oh, what'd you say?
might want to put them in sooner rather than later.
More people show up, I might.
And
There's been a couple people that have entered since then, but not too many.
And everyone's
starting to get a bit excited, so it sounds like it's getting closer to the start time.
And we will leave you guys there.
Well, we check in with
Chevy.
So,
I've
I've already gotten your role. You kneel at the lock and
pull out
a set of lockpicks and pick your way in.
It
clicks with
barely
any effort on your end.
Yeah, he did the whole like look around the corner. All right, cool, he's gone, and went and did his thing. So he will creak the door open.
And it is dark. There's a couple lights on,
but
overall
it's fairly dark.
But it
But it looks like you've entered into
a
a hallway
with
offices
and
rooms.
It's not overly large, but
He'll do a quick check all the way down through. Not really stopping unless if anything like super important is happening or super interesting comes up.
give me a wits and awareness or intelligence and investigation.
Your choice.
I'll do that one.
Okay.
I got 2.
Okay. So you kind of quickly are scanning through the offices, and the rooms. And you do find the office where it looks like it's the person in charge. There isn't books or a diary or anything that you find, but there's some scattered notes. Looks like they were writing out ideas of what to say and everything like that. And does Chevy have any background in religion or any religious anything? Just in his backstory.
I mean, his family is.
Okay.
He does have a little tiny itty bitty cross. But
Yeah. So
not important to him though.
I would allow. Do you have etiquette or politics or anything like that or no?
That would be a no.
Okay.
So intelligence and awareness.
Or you can give
investigation again if that one.
I assume
that's better for you.
It is
Because they catch your
much
attention
better.
a little bit.
Well, I'm happy at it and roll crit. 2.
So you're scanning
through them and
it's different. Nothing about it overly sets off anything in your head, but the way it's written or the points that it really gets on heavily just doesn't seem right. But you can't really tell why.
Yeah. He will take pictures of it all on his phone.
Okay.
Just real quick, like going down through.
Yeah.
And then kind of stack it how it was stacked, sort of, and then just kind of throw it back where it was.
It's not like a ton or detailed or anything like that. A lot of them are just scribbles or there's a couple paragraphs written, but just something about it was just a tiny bit off. So you finish up
in there.
Nothing else
catches your attention.
The next one, just
another office, but nothing in there.
And then it looks like
a bedroom.
Here he's going to take a little bit longer.
Okay.
Just to really give it a good shakedown.
I will allow you to choose average
or you can roll.
I will attempt to roll.
Okay.
I know I've been getting one below average, but I'll feel like this is my roll.
Okay.
And I would not necessarily be correct, but I wouldn't have gotten any worse with a average.
You got
so
a 3?
You got a 3?
Yeah, I got 3.
Would you like some
consequences and
to succeed?
To succeed.
Well, there was a skull in there too, so if you wanted to just make that happen.
Okay. We can do that. Succeeding at a cost.
One of the first times you've done this.
So you're digging through. Everything looks fine. There's a bag.
There's clothes.
There's a dresser.
Doesn't look like they've really put anything away.
First sign
that something's a little weird.
But travels. So who knows? But you don't recall
seeing a car or anything like that.
Because you
scoped out a little bit beforehand.
Didn't see a car.
Didn't see a trailer. Didn't see anything to allow travel.
But
definitely packed and ready to go.
Some more notes,
some more scribbles.
Similar
to what you had found before.
Something just
sets you off about them.
And then
you do a little bit more digging.
And you find in the trash
actually
is a crumpled
piece of plastic.
But you smell
the remnants of blood.
And as you look,
it is actually a blood bag.
And some of the notes
make a little bit more sense now.
He will lead the blood bag as is, because not only does he have heightened senses, he also has bloodhound, so he can definitely smell it. And he'll just kind of and work his way out to the main area.
All
right.
So give me another
dexterity and stealth.
Or are you going
around out the back and through the front?
Oh no, he's too forward for that.
Okay.
And that would be 2. I'm actually gonna spend a willpower on this one.
Okay. Because as you do have heightened senses.
How many dots and aspects do you have?
2.
So you would hear as you begin to
head towards that
last door,
and as you're turning the handle, you do hear people talking.
They're not
necessarily right next to the door,
but there are people
talking and moving things and getting ready and getting prepared.
Because you're entering
now through the back where they're going to be standing.
Yeah. And then I got one more.
Do you want to risk
it, or do you want to take the safe route?
He'll risk it.
Okay.
He has excuses.
So your creak open the door, and quietly close it behind you.
And your footsteps make no sound, which is probably a good thing, because someone is maybe 10 feet in front of you. Their back is to you. And there's kind of like curtains and drapery around. There's ways you could get out of this, but that person is directly in front of you. And they're moving, they're not still.
Yeah, he'll just go the opposite direction they are.
Okay. Are you ducking behind curtains? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So you, following the wall, can make your way around. And as you're exiting towards near where the end of it is, you do see a few people looking your way. And Zep and Uriel, I want you to also give me what's in awareness. And what was your stealth roll, Dengle?
3.
3.
5.
Uriel sees this tattooed and bejeweled person exiting the drapery in a slightly suspicious manner. And Zep, you recognize them once Uriel points him out.
Oh, so he was trying to break in too.
You know him?
He was also sniffing around the back.
And at this point, people have begun to enter the actual main area. It wasn't necessarily like locked off, but it was blocked. And now a couple people have come to move things and let everybody in. It's kind of like blocked off with tables.
As people start to move, Yuri's gonna use the cover to lean towards Zep and say, let's keep an eye on that guy, enemy of my enemy and all that.
Sure.
So, where does everyone go as people are taking places? Some people are choosing this to kind of stand around the edges, but a lot of people are just sitting in the pews. It doesn't look like this is going to be a normal thing. Because people are kind of doing whatever they want.
Uriel's gonna kind of follow the throng and sit towards the back.
Okay.
Zep's gonna stand off in the back quarter and try to survey the crowd.
And Chevy will honestly probably stand like 5 feet from Zep, not even paying attention to him, and just start texting on his phone.
Okay. So you make your way all the way to the back, pretty much.
Yeah.
Okay. So, there's a decent amount of noise in here. Not anything to, like, set you off, Uriel, but enough to just be uncomfortable. And then some music starts playing. It's actually pretty upbeat and on the energetic side. And the person comes out, and it begins, honestly, fairly similar to what Rufus has done before. But I want everyone to give me wits and awareness. And if Chevy is truly paying attention to his phone, subtract a dice.
I mean, not truly.
Okay.
There you go.
Gonna burn a willpower for this one because I know I can do better.
I'll give you one guess what I got.
One of the skull?
No, 2.
Hey, there we go. 6.
Okay, so 6 from Uriel, 2 from Chevy, and how many from Zep?
3.
Okay. So Chevy doesn't necessarily catch this as much. He does say some people kind of weaving through the crowd, but not he hasn't paid any attention to it. Same with Zep. You give him a little bit of a side eye because they seem to be stopping randomly, but
that's kind of
as much
as you're paying attention. You're paying attention to the person speaking because that seems to be the most important to you.
And you were doing the same
Uriel.
until
you hear them
talking. One of these
random
people that
are weaving their way through the crowd actually
comes
not too far from you.
You're sitting down
there talking to people standing.
And what draws your
attention
is actually the
lack of the heartbeat.
Because you're used to
hearing
in close
that. In close proximity to mortals, you
just
hear it
fairly often
with your
sensory
issues.
But that person
doesn't
seem to be. It's really hard to hear over the music and other things that are taking attention away. But you do notice it
after a minute.
And they're talking
to a mortal.
And the questions get a little bit more pointed
as time happens.
Seem to be asking just in general who is around the area and all of that. And once this person starts talking about the other sermons they've been to, specifically one of Rufus's, the person seems to kind of focus in a little bit and try picking and getting more information about Rufus. They get his name. And another person joins into that conversation, and they are talking about how he moves around and travels, and the person seems to be more and more interested the more information they get.
Let's see, they're not within, like, Yuri's not within, like, eye line of them. Like, they have their back turned to me, right? They're talking to someone else.
So you're sitting kind of in the back row. This person is a little bit ahead of you. Not too far. Because you were in the back corner near the exit near the end, or the side of the seating. They're 10, 15 feet from me, which is the only reason you heard the lack of a heartbeat.
Okay. Just as, like, nonchalantly as possible, Uriel is going to pull out their phone and text Zep. They're asking about Rufus.
It's not good. I ask them about anything in particular?
No. Just general questions.
Does Zep respond to that or no?
Just say okay.
So the sermon continues on, and it gets a little bit just a little off. Zep probably doesn't really notice this. Chevy might. It falls in line with the notes that he found at this point. But Uriel, give me intelligence and occult.
And that's a very good pull for a Tremere.
Do you have anything about, or what's your specialty in occult? Or do you have one?
My specialty in occult is esoteric symbolism.
Do you have anything in academics?
Art history.
Okay. Neither of those would apply.
Yeah. Two, 3, 4, 5.
Okay. So this you've not really heard anything like this before, but it falls in line with some of the more cult like instances of like religious
patterns and
things that have
happened in the past.
In mortal
history, not kindred necessarily.
But there's a lot of if you follow me, if you do what I say, if you do this, I will do this, or you will do this. There's just a lot of mimicking of cult behaviors. And of for lack of phrasing, they drink the Kool-Aid types. Not to that degree. But the influence is there.
Mm-hmm. Question.
Yes.
Since Uriel has been around Charlotte's for a while, a good bit, I'm sure they would be able to recognize certain patterns. Is the music affecting the mortals here the same way it does at Charlotte's?
It is not.
Okay.
It just seems to be
standard. They found it online music.
Okay. As Uriel listens to what they're saying, does there seem to be a specific end goal? Like, are they just trying to get followers, or are they trying to get money? Are they trying to, just win deep loyalty, or are they trying to poke and prod towards a certain direction?
I want you
to give me
wits and insight.
Okay. Best pool, but okay. Two.
You can't really gather what the end goal is. There doesn't even seem to be one. They're just drawing the attention, getting people a little bit worked up, and people are actually, like, getting into it. Like, they're being very vocal and very, like, the person speaking all of this is being very vocal and very mobile. Like, they're pacing, they're doing a lot of, like, hand gestures, motioning to people, and the people are getting into it. Like, they're really starting to, like, connect with that person.
Okay.
And there still has been no names.
As everything's picking up, can Zip flip on the video recording on his phone so you can get some recording done?
Yep. Yeah, there's actually a few people doing that. There's no one's going to stop you or anything like that.
As things get a little bit more excited and worked up, I think Uriel's going to go ahead and pop in their earbuds.
Okay.
Just kind of muffle the edge.
Alright, so you'll take a 1 dice penalty to anything listening at this point.
Mm-hmm.
And as people are getting more worked up, I will allow everyone to do another wits and awareness or wits and insight.
Two.
Dengle, don't be me.
5 on a crit.
Ooh, okay.
And that's with the penalty.
Okay. Chevy, something came up on your phone and you're very engrossed in it or something.
I have 3 dice. I have 3 dice for this, so it's fine.
Yeah. So still nothing is catching your attention. It's weird, for sure. But that's pretty much it. Zap, what did you roll? What pool was it?
What's an awareness?
Okay. So you realize that, and as Uriel had pointed out to you, the people, like, asking about Rufus, you did notice them. And you notice a couple more doing similar things. You don't know who they're talking about or asking questions, but you see the pattern. And it looks like every time that these people start to move to a new person, the person at the front gets loud and energetic again. then they kind of die off. And then it goes back to being energetic and everything. And this has gone on for maybe an hour and a half now. And you've finally kind of caught on to this pattern. And after a while, and everyone, well, Uriel and Zep can notice this, the people who were asking the questions kind of quietly filter out. Actually, Chevy, you would notice this too, because they go towards the drapes. They seem to be set up for this, actually. And they're kind of entering into them and quietly disappearing. And then the person on stage starts to wrap up. And then eventually end things and move into the back.
As they're trying to get off stage, Chevy's gonna try to like work his way up to the front and like, hey, let me shake your hand.
And it's a man doing this. He's dressed in black clothes, but it's not any sort of actual religious outfit. It's just like a sharp black pants, black shoes,
yeah,
black shirt. And he kind of laughs like, no, that's not what this is about. This is about everyone else, not me.
I don't know why I insist until I actually reach out, and if he has to trip, and like trying to scratch him is what he's trying to do.
Okay. How is your manipulation or dexterity better?
Dexterity is far better.
And do you have subterfuge?
I do not. I probably honestly don't have anything to actually help with this, but it's fine.
Go ahead and give me dex and athletics. To kind of aim for a trip and a scratch.
Oh, hey, 3.
Okay. You have rings on, right?
Oh yeah, that's why he keeps rings on.
So you put your hand out and you do actually seemingly trip forward. And you do manage to catch the back of their hand. And they pull back with a sharp hiss. And it's kind of like, come on now. You need to back off. Because I need to go finish. And he'll kind of back off.
He'll pull something out of his. Let me just. I'm sorry, and he'll like try to like pat the back of his hand real quick.
They jerk their hands away just as you try to touch them, take several steps back.
I mean, I'm just trying to help.
But you do notice that similarly to your own condition, the blood doesn't well up with a simple cut.
Yeah.
Unlike what happens with mortals once they get cut. And they back off and without turning their back to you, back to the door, and then enter it.
Is like, sorry, asshole.
In Uriel and Zep, you can watch this because your attention would have been on Chevy.
Well, that's someone who clearly has the same idea.
Doing it badly, though.
Shall we discuss this in a more private setting?
Yep, let's go.
Muriel's gonna throw one last curious look at Chevy as they follow the throng out. And as they walk out, they're gonna text Damian, "Hey, you doing okay? You see anything?"
You actually don't get a response.
From Damian.
Call.
Rings and rings.
Rings and rings.
Would Uriel have Varia's number at that point? Immediate text to Varia. Can't get a hold of Damian. Does anybody have eyes on him?
I didn't know I needed
to have eyes on him. I thought he was with you.
He was. He didn't want to come in. Said he'd keep watch. Rufus has had him do that before, so I trusted him to do it.
Give me a little bit. And you wouldn't receive anything else from Varia for a while.
That's fine.
So, what would you all like to do?
Uriel's gonna turn his up. Oh, crap, we need to go find Damian.
Yeah, probably a good idea.
Chevy.
Any ideas where he might be?
And Uriel will just kind of stand there thinking for a second.
Meanwhile, Chevy is making his way outside, and he's going to act like he's cleaning off his ring and just kind of like, if there's enough there for the taste for blood, will attempt to do so.
There's a few flecks on it. Their hand wasn't bleeding, but there is vitae on it. Or what you assume to be vitae on it. So give me. I remember what this is.
Tori's book right here. Hang on.
I rolled something. I think it's the right pool. If not, I'll re-roll.
Resolve and blood sorcery.
Yeah, I got one, so that's probably not good enough, but still.
It is not as difficult.
It is not as difficulty 3.
Yeah.
So you don't
gain anything from it.
That's fine.
You're not.
However,
Chevy isn't sure if it just wasn't enough or if something else happened.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna chalk it up to.
But
I am, however, going to be
run into the two of them because they're standing not too far outside the doors. So, continue with what you were going to say. No, I meant Dengle. What were you going to say? Anything else?
He would make his way outside and honestly, probably specifically search out Zep at the very least.
They're easy enough to find. They're standing not too far off to the side of the door. I would imagine as you are trying to find Damian.
Mm-hmm.
Hey.
And look at Chevy.
You weren't just here for the lip service, were you?
Here for curiosity.
Right. And he kind of looks around. He's like, so, I know them. Seen them around with a certain other religious head. I ain't seen you before. I assume he sent you guys?
He?
The one with
we
the
know
van.
him. Oh. It's complicated. Who are you?
You can call me Chevy.
That works.
They ain't right.
No. It's a cult.
They are not.
It's 100% a cult. We got a kid missing. Hang on just 1 second.
I mean, which one? I might know who he is.
Damian.
Would that be one that Chevy would know, realistically speaking?
How much time does Chevy spend on the streets? Talking to the disenfranchised.
I mean, his friends may or may not be the illegal type. So he probably talks to him a bit.
So you don't know the name. But as you ask for a description, you do vaguely recognize him.
I mean, I've seen him. Not recently, but I've seen him.
Yeah, he was here tonight and he was supposed to be keeping a lookout. 1 second, and Uriel's gonna kind of try and like duck into an alleyway or like a darker corner away from the obvious throng.
So the front of this area is, the grass is like half dead looking, and there's nothing to duck in front of in the front here. You can move around to the side, you can go to the back, you can go across the street, but in front of the church, there isn't anywhere to hide.
Yeah, no. They're just gonna like pop across the street into an alleyway and try and force a premonition. I just didn't want to be doing it standing right in front of God and everybody, you know?
That's fine. I was just giving you kind of where you could go.
Yep.
Do Chevy and Zep follow?
Only if Zep does.
Did Uriel say wait here?
No, Uriel would have just said, hang on a second, just gone for it.
Zep will follow, just in case.
So Chevy follows along.
Yep.
So, Uriel, you duck into the alley, and you concentrate really hard. And this is, I believe, one of the first times that Uriel has done this in front of anyone.
She did it. They did it in front of Rufus the first time in the graveyard, but so the technically the second.
Okay. It's a little kind of off-putting because Uriel just like actually starts shaking kind of violently. And it's weird. But Uriel, give me your dice roll.
Okay. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay. And you're concentrating on Damian.
Yes.
The alley's different than the one you're in. But you feel the gut punch like it's connecting to you. There is a couple people that are just kind of
unleashing onto you/Damian. That's it. It was pretty clear this time, but not very short. And as you come to, there's that a copper smell in your nose. Nothing has actually trickled out this time, but similarly to last time, there is that tacky feeling in your nose, like it started to bleed a little.
I don't remember it doing that before. God, he's getting ganged up on somewhere. Couldn't tell exactly where. It was just saw an alleyway and a bunch of people. We need to move quickly.
I mean, you know which one? There's a bunch of them around here.
Yes, I know. Thank you, Captain Obvious. No, I don't. I wish I did.
Alright.
Does Zip remember the exact direction Damian went walking towards?
You can give me either wits and intelligence, wits or intelligence and insight.
One.
Nope.
Did Uriel notice?
You give me the same roll.
You said wits and insight?
Or wits or intelligence and insight.
Okay, I'll go intelligence and insight because that's a little bit better. Three.
You remember the fairly vague direction. It was as you were entering the front, he was kind of going around the side.
Uriel will turn to Chevy. I'm not gonna assume anything, but do you have a way of tracking people?
Kind of depends on what kind of tracking you want and exactly what these people are.
Damian's one of us.
Less effective, but I could probably figure something out.
Okay. And what do you need to make that happen?
Just a general way that they went.
Uriel's going to point in the direction they remember seeing Damian go. I'll make it worth your time if you help us.
Yeah, you said somebody's beating the kid up?
Handful of them.
Also, when the hell did he become one of us? Last time I saw him, he had a heartbeat.
Long story, not mine to tell.
Alright, whatever. I'll ask him if he wants to. Then he'll actually pull a firearm from his the back of his waistband and just check to make sure it's actually loaded and then put it back. And then head off that way.
Okay. So you take off. Now. You guys can collectively do let's see. Wits and awareness. Or wits and survival. Or streetwise. Any of the three.
One is slightly better for Zep.
Would heightened senses smell help here at all?
Yes.
Potentially.
Yes.
Okay.
Sound would as well, Uriel, if you wanted to do that.
Would I get any extra dice to any of this?
Do you have any specialties in that? Or anything similar?
I mean, just the heightened senses.
Yeah, so heightened senses as your aspects roll to the roll, and I would let you do that for this. No matter what.
And as far Yeah, as far as anything else, no.
Nothing in tracking or...
I mean, street gangs. Or streetwise.
I'll let you add it. You know some places to go to not be seen to do some beating up.
Okay.
It's a stretch. But I'll let you. Better than two.
Yes.
Anyone else?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead and see what happens. Not great. 3.
Definitely got 2.
Okay. So collectively, you guys did pretty good. And I want you to find him. It was just mostly a matter of when. So, Zep and Uriel, you don't get it too much. But Chevy, you kind of head off into some of the areas where you know the streetlights don't really hit, where people don't really go, because things happen in those alleys. And you smell the twang of blood. And then, Uriel, you hear people. Down one of the alleys that Chevy's leading you to.
Uriel's gonna...
fast are you guys going?
Uriel's probably jogging solidly. They're not super athletic.
Yeah, see, that's the thing is Chevy is, so he'd be getting it at this point.
Okay.
Yeah.
Zep will be behind Chevy.
Okay. So Chevy, as soon as you smell that blood, you're off like a bullet. Zep is
Yes.
keeping decent pace behind you. And you turn that last corner, and down, about halfway down the alley, you see 3 people against Damian. One of them's holding him up, and the other's standing off to the side. And the last one is holding what looks like a knife of some sort. A switchblade, a pocket knife, something. And Damian's looking fairly beat up. And as soon as he sees you, he shouts. And one of the people turn to you, the one not doing anything. So what would you like to do immediately on seeing that, as Damian is shouting?
Shout, let him go now.
Chevy, because he's ahead of you.
You know you done messed up, right?
And that's when the other one turns to you and starts to take a couple steps. You're reaching for something.
With supernatural reflexes, just kind of pulls his out and just, so we're really gonna do this now. I mean, we can do this, but you don't want to, trust me.
Ends up, that's what you come on, and the guy was reaching for something and just kind of stops. Who are you?
Really?
This ain't your business?
And he ain't your business. Let him go.
Kind of is, though. It's not yours.
How's he your business? Give me one good reason. I'll let you have him.
Just walk away.
I mean, I already ran here. I ain't gonna just walk away. Not without a good reason.
Hang on. Let me pull up a thing.
Just what you guys like hearing, right? Give me intelligence and resolve.
This is actually a lot better for me than one would think.
Yeah.
I got some dots on dices that I don't like having dots on.
Well, what'd you roll?
Messy crit.
All right.
Well, mess crit.
Well, I only got 2. So, you feel that them trying to compel you. And as it slips away, you see red. How dare they? They're holding this kid, for all intents and purposes, hostage. They're beating him up. Look like they're going to try and do more than that. And this kindred or ghoul, can't tell what they are yet, tried to tell you what to do. And the scent of copper is heavy in the air.
Yeah.
Irony, blood scent.
Yeah. I told you you done messed up, so now he ain't giving me a good reason. And he'll just actually try to shoot him in the knee.
Okay. Zep, what would you have done in the middle of this?
Zep would have taken his gloves off and waited for a good reason to start charge.
Yeah, because all you had seen was Chevy and this person talking, and then this person telling Chevy to walk away. And then Chevy just apparently is snapped. And so give me Dex firearms.
Because I technically had a called shot, it had the dice penalty,
Yes,
still
yes.
3.
Still 3? Still 3? Well,
Yes.
You beat them. So it does connect. Doesn't do as much as you were hoping it would. But it connects. And they kind of like list to the side in surprise and pain. Now Zep, what would you like to do?
Take him to the ground.
Okay. Go ahead and give me Dex and Brawl. Wait, take two. I'm assuming the person Chevy shot.
Yes.
Okay.
Only 2.
Their attention was on Chevy. So you do. I'll let you have that. They connect and hit the ground. Because they only rolled 2. For Chevy. And so they hit the ground. And you're on top of them. Uriel, that's what you come to see. You heard the firearm go off.
Uriel immediately pops their earbuds back in and readies their own firearm.
Okay. So now the people holding the person holding Damian lets him go. And the one with the knife grabs him from where the other person let go. And holds the knife up to their neck, up to his neck. Doesn't really turn to look at you really much, but kind of turns to the side a little bit and says, "Don't you do it." What would y'all like to do?
Discipline users go.
I'll say Uriel's Go ahead.
It's a discipline users go.
Right, yeah, right.
Uriel's gonna... Guy's got the kid with the knife. Uriel's just gonna take a shot at him.
What's the
penalty on a cold shot?
Is it 2 dice?
Is it 2 dice or 3?
2. Subtract 1
dice.
You're trying not to
hit Damian.
And he's
right up against him.
Okay.
Yeah. And Chevy's just gonna kind of like walk up to the guy and just like, as he's walking up, just look at the other one that's turned and point and take a shot.
4 on a crit.
Okay.
Oof. Oof.
Who's
Chevy aiming for?
The one that does not have Damian that is still up. Like standing up. I got 3.
So you have to act out your clan compulsion
right now, correct?
Yes. There's a reason why he's going for it. Walking toward the one with the knife.
Okay. Are you taking that
penalty?
Because unless I'm reading that
wrong, it's to do anything but do that.
Right, he's not physically able to do that yet, so he's working toward it. I can take that penalty because I did not.
Oh boy, we're getting rated. If you don't
go for it by next turn, I will have you take the penalty. So what is it without the penalty?
3.
Okay. Let's do.
And it says, on my side, it says anyone that acts against their own convictions.
I took that as meaning yours.
Yes, and protect the innocent is one of my convictions.
Right.
So that he's trying to protect Damian.
Right.
In the most destructive way physically possible.
The vampire must slake one hunger from anyone who acts against their own convictions, not just take actions toward it.
Yes. He's working that. He's getting there.
I'll give you a round. So you got 3. The bullet connects to that one as well. So all of them have been injured at this point. But the one that has Damian up against the wall has not been... Well, he doesn't have him pressed up against the wall, and now Damian is going to attempt to push him away. Which I have a sheet for him. So let me find it. There we go. Oof. It's not great. Gets him a little bit away. The knife is no longer at Damian's neck. And the next one, the one that Uriel shot, is going to stagger back, so he's not going to do anything this round. The other 2 will retaliate. The one Zep is holding is going to try to break free. With a 1. So you can give me, strength and brawl.
Yeah, he doesn't get out. Got 4.
Okay. And then the other one is going to kind of advance on Chevy and try to stab him.
Okay.
With a 3.
I also got a 3.
Active wins that you get 1 superficial.
That's fine. I just kind of look at it and I'm like, really?
So yeah, that one without another knife and trying to stab you. And at this point, you can tell that they are all kindred.
That's fun.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Okay. Next round. Who wants to do what?
I have a discipline that I want to activate.
Okay.
Weaving.
And that lets you...
No matter how many people attack me, I can add my celerity to athletics and dexterity.
Very nice.
Yes. I do get hungrier, which is always fun.
It's great.
However, he will then attempt to latch on to or bite the guy that is just stabbed him.
Okay. Is anyone doing firearms?
Uriel is.
Okay. So Uriel will have you go first. Who are you shooting? The same guy?
So let's see. Zep has one on the ground. Chevy is latched, but he's latched onto that one by now. And so there's
making the motions towards it.
Yeah. And then there's a third.
Yes,
Uriel,
there's the one that was holding Damian.
Yes, Uriel's gonna go for the third, the one that's not engaged with the guys.
Okay. So you're doing the one that you had shot previously.
Yes. Yes. Okay. 3 in a skull.
Okay. Well, let's see. You were active, so you do it. You get one off. Not looking super great. Definitely pretty damaged at this point. And he's starting to back off. There is an opposite end of the alley, and he is starting to let go and is backing off at this point. Now, Chevy and Zep. Do you bite? Mm-hmm.
Yep. That would be strength and brawl?
Yes.
Okay, well I got one, so.
Okay. So did they.
Perfect.
You did it. So that's immediately 3 aggravated. 2?
Yes.
2 or 3?
3. However, there is a more important part to this, technically speaking, which is going to come into play next round, I believe.
Yep. See you. Bite and drink. Zep, what do you do?
That's going to start wailing on the guy he has pinned to the ground.
All right.
Give me 7.
You just leave a bloody smear on the ground. That's pretty much all you do. I'm not even going to. Nope. Unless I got like 2 crits, there's not a way to really beat that. So you just wail on this guy, and then you actually stop because your knuckles hit like gravel. That's pretty much the reason you stop. So the one Uriel had fired on as continue to try to back off, and then we'll try to turn and run. And Chevy, the one you Have is trying to fight you. But what is the next round?
Continue on the course.
Continue on the course.
Uriel, are you attempting to shoot this person?
Yeah, Uriel will give them a parting shot as they try and run away.
Okay. Go ahead and give me that.
Four.
Hey, you're rolling good tonight. That one. You actually catch like mid back, like mid lower back, and they just forward. Chevy.
Yes.
You are latched on. They are going to try and fight you.
Oh, good.
And got one.
Okay, the strength and brawl.
Yep.
Correct.
Yep. to keep latched on, pretty much.
I got 2.
So you beat that one.
Right.
So what do you do? What happens?
Well, he is going to bite a little bit harder to actually try to do a little bit more damage, and inevitably will end up drinking a little bit. Which then activates Clan Bane, which I need for roll a Hunger Frenzy, I think.
I believe so.
And it's just a 3, it should be fine. Oh yeah, I'm fine. I got 3.
Yeah. Yep, you're fine. So you release and then relatch and like just savage that part of the neck pretty much. Kind of gets all over you at this point because this is not a clean feeding, especially. And the person goes limp in your arms as well.
Yeah. He has done the compulsion, so we just kind of like toss him on the ground.
Yep. And Damian is just kind of staring wide-eyed at like everybody holding his neck, which has been cut, but it wasn't bad enough to put him into torpor. But he's looking bad.
Uriel's gonna move over to him. Just completely ignore everything else that's going on.
What?
Hey, you still with us?
Was that?
I feel like I should be asking you that, kid. We tried to call you and you didn't answer. Did they like...
Yeah, they cornered me. They cornered me.
Okay. So, we can talk about exactly what happened a little bit later. You're looking a little worse for wear. What do you need to help patch that up? What's your style? What's your go-to?
I've got my people.
Okay. You want me to call someone and come pick you up?
Do we have someone that drives that isn't Rufus?
Well, I mean...
It's Varia, I think.
There's Varia, and I can always call you an Uber.
I don't think this is gonna be okay for an Uber.
No, but I... Anyway, Varia should be around here somewhere. I let them know what was going on as soon as I couldn't get a hold of you.
Yeah, well, you couldn't get a hold of me because I was a bit held up.
Yes, saw. And we came and found you.
Yeah, they kept screaming that I wasn't one of them and that I need to die.
Wasn't one of them.
I don't know.
Uriel's gonna pause on hearing. Yeah, Uriel's gonna pause at that. The 3 that we encountered, did they look like anyone we'd seen in the church earlier that night?
Wits and awareness.
Oh,
yes. And let's see.
4.
Okay.
1.
3.
However, to be fair, Chevy's more worried about dragging the other body down the alleyway right now.
I want you to give me resolve and blood sorcery. Chevy.
Okay.
Well, you tasted some Vitae, so.
Oh wow, I did so great.
Did you beat a 3?
I got a 0.
Okay, never mind then. Uriel, you. So you don't recall seeing them, although they're dressed similarly to the people who were wandering around, asking pointed questions.
Okay. I suspect they're part of the... I suspect they were part of the group we were investigating then. Yeah, let me let Varian know that we found you. And we'll get you where you need to go.
Yeah, just can we just get a car?
Yeah.
Just want to get out of this part of town.
Yeah, absolutely. And Uriel will drop a pin to Varia, let him know where they are.
Did you find him?
Yep. A little worse for wear.
Everything taken care of? Everything good?
We're finishing up taking care of it. Damian needs to be dropped off near his people.
So everyone's alive and mostly unharmed.
Yes.
Okay. I'll send someone. And that's the last message you get from Varia for a minute. Damian's just kind of trying to clean himself up. What'd you guys find out in there?
The cult, and they're asking after Rufus.
Great.
Chevy will actually pull his phone out and be like, got a lot more than that.
Who are you showing it to?
Yuri.
Yuri will launch themselves over to the phone and just start scrolling through.
Go ahead and give me intelligence and occult. And your thing was for actual symbolism?
Yes. Mm-hmm. You don't have to add it if it doesn't fit.
No, it wouldn't. Unfortunately, there's no pictures and there's no references of symbols.
Gonna burn a willpower to reroll a couple of these. Give me just a sec.
Okay.
Alright, that's a little bit more like it. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Okay. So this is heavy. Like extraordinarily heavy on the cult overtones. And it does fall in line with what Rufus has done as well. So it mimics that. But then it kind of turns. And it seems to be
hinting that people who don't fit in, people who are odd, like outcasts need to be for lack of a better word, told on. Like you need to come and tell this new group to who doesn't fit in, who's weird, who doesn't follow the herd, so to speak. In reading between the lines, you can kind of tell that they are trying to potentially suss out who doesn't fit in the ways that kindred don't fit in.
Oh, you got some good stuff. Oh my goodness. I haven't seen such blatant cult activity since 70s. Like,
yeah, went around.
This is deep into it. Holy crap! And they're clearly looking for kindred, us. This is like, whoo. Okay, yeah, this is a problem that needs to be dealt with. And not just because they're encroaching on Rufus.
I mean, the good thing is I take care of problems, obviously. And he kind of looks at his shirt and he's like, sometimes a little bit more messy than others, but it's fine.
Yeah, is that going to be a regular thing?
What?
You feeding on other kindred?
No, it just made me mad. It's fine. You shouldn't have stabbed me, you know.
I mean, generally it's not good to stab people, I agree. So, okay.
And I mean, really, I just bit him. It's not a big deal.
Right. Anyway, so yeah, we have an up-and-coming cult. And not the kind that I think should be kept around.
All right, so I know of 2 ways to take care of problems like this, and one of those 2 ways I have a feeling that you specifically ain't gonna like.
What's that?
Loud and in the front door.
I like that one.
So wait, what,
I can.
What do you mean? You're gonna burn down this whole thing? You're gonna blow it up? What about the people inside?
No, yeah.
Like the people, not the ones that are like us.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's. I mean, get them out because we don't want to hurt people.
How you gonna separate them? How you gonna force the others to go in? Or stay in.
Do they have like special sessions? Usually when cults kind of start, they have separate meetings for like the inner circle of people, and then separate meetings where they go out into the public.
You're acting like
Can we catch them at like an? I'm just asking the people here.
Or we can just go in the back and go in the locked door that I told you not to go into.
That you probably already went into, right?
Hell yeah, I did. Where do you think I found that?
That's what I figured.
I mean, I can also call my people and see if they're willing to, you know, lend a hand.
I mean, this could. I mean, if you have people, it might not be a bad idea. This could end up a huge violation if it gets found out. So the sooner we cut the head off the snake, the better.
I mean, they're mortals, so they're just people I used to sell to.
I mean, they could infiltrate the crowd and help route people away from whatever crazy ends up happening. Worst comes to worst.
They'll probably send some kid in there and just in with a Well, some will just start shooting up and ceiling, and everybody will run out real quick. That's what they're likely to do.
Oh no, you don't.
Well,
Can we maybe not shoot up the people?
yeah,
That's why I said the ceiling.
You don't think everyone's gonna run out at that point? Even the other kindred?
That's not my problem. If we can cut the head off the snake, ain't the body supposed to die too? Look, this ain't some Hydra bullshit. Alright?
How do you know?
Because I don't think they're Tremere. I mean, I could probably find out.
I didn't see quote unquote Tremere bullshit, so we're also usually not that charismatic.
What kind of Tremere you been around? Usually they're smart and they can manipulate the shit out of people, which is what they're doing.
Ones that spend more time trying to manipulate each other than people that can actually be manipulated.
Oh, you're from the damn college. Alright.
Not anymore.
There's a reason why I didn't go to school here. I didn't know it at the time, but yeah.
Oh, you're one of the lucky ones that got out.
I mean, I didn't go too far away. Michigan State. Chemical engineering. Woohoo!
Did a little bit of chemistry myself.
I did a lot.
Anyway, cults. Yes. We should probably let Varian know when they...
Yeah. Who is that, by the way?
Friend of Rufus's.
And that's that preacher dude?
Yeah.
Okay.
And about this time, a somewhat familiar black Hummer pulls up.
Oh, good.
About this time,
and you guys hear it, and then
somewhat familiar
you can walk
black
around
Hummer
the
pulls
corner
up.
and see it. And the window rolls down,
And you guys
and
hear
it's
it, and then you can walk around
Peter.
the corner and see it.
Oh, hey, Peter.
Well, you didn't exactly
And the
tell
window
us what was
rolls down.
happening, so
And it's
No, wanted to...
Peter.
Yeah, wanted a little bit more of a secure line.
You didn't exactly tell us
everybody
what
in?
was happening, so
Is there plastic in the trunk?
why?
You guys some bodies.
I thought you guys were taking care of that.
I mean, hold up. And,
Why?
Chevy will just call one of his people.
They answer quickly.
Yeah, I need 3 dogs buried at the spot. Make sure that you know,
they answer quickly.
normal stuff. Take care of the
The
head. They might have
usual for
rabies.
you?
Yeah, they might have rabies.
Yeah, got it.
Actually, are all the bodies
The
in the middle
usual
decomposing,
for you?
or is there ones who are still holding on?
Yeah, got it.
So you guys were moving and checking them?
Yeah.
They are all, unfortunately.
So you guys were moving
Dead.
and checking them?
But does not
They
seem
are all, unfortunately,
to
but
be super decomposing. They're probably not that old.
To
Yeah, that's fine.
be super decomposing.
Yeah, just
They're probably not that
alley behind to give whatever store or house or street.
Yeah. Give us about 15, 20.
I ain't gonna be here when you get here.
Sure, probably better that way anyway.
Yeah.
Give us about 15, 20.
Then we'll turn to everyone else, but we're good.
Sure, probably better that way
Peter
anyway.
kind of moves so we can see you. Who are you?
Chevy. Evaria?
Kind of moves.
Peter.
That's
so we can
Peter.
see you. Who are you?
Oh, well, that's the only name they gave me, so.
Are they is he coming?
Peter.
Yeah.
Hop in. And Damian's actually gonna get to the front.
Is he coming?
Climb in.
Hop in. And Damian's actually gonna get to the front.
And the rest of you
Climb
hop in the back.
Yep.
Once he's in the back, Sep's gonna pop his gloves back on.
Okay.
And the rest of you.
And Peter
hop in the
does
back.
start driving. Heading
All spacious
towards
back
the
here with
school.
more people in it.
Okay. And Peter does start driving.
So,
Heading towards the school.
so what happened?
Colt.
Varia gave me a bit. Yeah, I guess we kind of assumed it was going to be something like that.
So
No, like cult,
What
cult.
happened?
Like haven't seen this shit since the
Varia gave me
70s. Cult,
a bit. Yeah,
Oh.
I guess we kind of assumed it was going to be something like that.
and they're trying to ferret out Kindred. So if this could get real bad real quick if it's not dealt with.
Yeah, that's probably not good.
That's,
We noticed during the quote unquote
yeah, that's probably not good.
service that there were a bunch of people moving through the crowd asking for Rufus, asking about Rufus and about power holders in the area.
Like him specifically?
They caught interest when someone mentioned Rufus, yeah.
Hmm.
Like extra interest.
Him specifically?
Weird. Though maybe not. He's making a name for himself.
That he is.
I mean,
Weird.
you know, this is
Maybe
just
not.
coming from me,
He's making a
outside
name
source
for
and all that
himself.
fun stuff. But usually when somebody wants to do something like this and they're encroaching on somebody else's, they're going to go after the biggest dog and try to, like, you know, take them out. And then
Yeah.
it's an easier time to move in. I did.
They're trying to drive a wedge in Rufus's flock.
Kinda.
What do you mean that's what you did?
Way back when I was still alive. Let's say like
Oh, so not here.
more than 5 years ago.
What do you mean that's what you did?
I mean, technically speaking, yeah, it was here. You know that neighborhood we just came from that
Oh, so not
somebody didn't want to be around? That I used to be part of that. Not on the actual, like, running shit, but, like, distribution side.
Okay, so not what I meant.
No.
Okay, so
Dangerous, but not, you know, like,
not
physical.
what I meant.
You know.
Right. That's all you guys found out?
Right.
No names or anything?
They were very, very
That's how you guys
picky
found out?
about not giving out names, very careful.
No names or anything?
Were there any names in any of the images that Chevy showed to Uriel?
Nope.
Like they were suspiciously careful. Like Chevy found sermon notes
Nope.
and just like super detailed plans and stuff, but no names.
Any of y'all got their blood on you?
That would.
I got blood from the guys from the alley.
Is that wood?
It'll be weird as hell.
Take his glove off.
And he's actually going to rouse for resolve.
Okay.
Will not get hungrier, which is fantastic.
Right.
Okay.
This time I got it. I got 4.
Right.
Okay. So, let me make sure I remember everything you can learn from this. Obviously, it is Kindred Vitae. So, let me make sure I remember everything you can learn from this. Obviously, it is Kindred Vitae. Let's see. It is just 1 blood potency, so probably on the younger side, given especially the fact that they didn't decay. Just 1 blood potency, so probably on the younger side, given especially the fact that they didn't decay. Does it? Yep, that's really all you get from a taste of blood. Blood walk is what gives you more information. Yep, that's really all you get from a taste of blood. Whether it who it belongs to, gives you more what they are. Blood potency and the crit. Let's see, it's you did not get a crit, correct? Who it belongs to.
I did not.
What they are. Blood potency and the crit. Yeah, you did not get a crit. All you get unless you do a blood walk.
And I don't have that one. But Dua said who it belongs to.
All
so
you get unless you do a blood walk.
We get a name that I can actually relay.
Was there? I don't. Does there? Believe it gives a name. I think Bloodwalk is the one that gives a name, because this just says they can also identify. So with a win, user can determine the resonance and intensity if human. They can also identify whether the blood belongs to a mortal, ghoul, vampire, or other supernatural creature. User can determine the Tasting the Vitae also determines the blood potency and likely generation of the vampire. A crit reveals whether the subject has committed diablerie and the generation within one of the vampire. If the user knows of the supernatural creature in question, they can identify the specific supernatural creature on a critical win after tasting the blood. Within one of the vampire.
Okay. There we go. That's where the
supernatural creature in question,
specific
can identify
one
the specific
goes.
Supernatural creature. Still not a name. It's just. It's more so. You can tell if it's Fey or if it's a vampire or if it's a werewolf. It's just. Yeah. It's more so.
Well, that sucks.
You can tell if it's Fey or if
they were
it's
young,
a vampire or if it's a werewolf.
Didn't quite get a name from them though.
Makes sense. Probably be easier to persuade younger.
Yeah. Then he'll kind of reach in his pocket, and I was like, I should have put this on the one that was leading the damn sermon. It's just a little red stone that Yuri absolutely would know what the hell it was.
Uriel's gonna squint at Chevy real closely.
What? Tell me you can't do this.
I know what it is.
The only ones that can do this shit.
Better be careful flashing that around.
I mean, it's on me, it's mine, so what they gonna do?
Hopefully nothing right now, but they get weird about things, trust me.
Like I said, Tremere ain't the only one that can do this shit. You know...
Oh, you're one of those.
Arbiters. Yeah, arbiters, lawmen, children of Akeem. as my sire likes to say.
Oh, interesting. I don't think I've met any of your clan before.
That's probably good. Most of us are kind of assholes, but it's all good. It's all good.
Aren't most kindred at this point?
Oh no, like extra.
I'll take your word for it.
I mean, we're not quite as bad as like Ventru, but damn close.
Dang.
As far as I know, most of them keep fairly scattered in the city.
I don't know a whole snot ton of them, of us, but there's a couple around.
Not surprised, especially after everything has happened past couple weeks, months at this point, I guess.
Yeah, I gotta get with King and Mike and figure out the fuck that actually did happen.
Yeah, about that.
About what?
Mike and King are no longer with us, as in no longer with us.
Like, they went poof?
Yes.
Crap. Alright, was it them that did it?
People throwing their party last week? Yeah.
It's been a couple weeks at this point. Yes and no. King, yes, absolutely. Mike, it happened, but it wasn't them.
Alright, then who did it?
You're not gonna believe me if I tell you.
Try me.
Artemis.
You mean that, Creed? Rowan? Greek, right?
Greek.
Okay. I didn't forget everything. Goddess?
Yes.
Right.
You can give me intelligence and occult.
I don't have a cult.
Oh, okay.
Going purely off of what a college student would know.
Sure. Where were you last week or whenever the shit went down?
Helping out in the eye. I know Ken bit the dust too, but it's fine. Good dude, just,
Yeah.
stuff happens.
Yeah, during that whole time, there was a lot of other stuff happening.
Oh, I know, I was helping. I wasn't just sitting back.
You at the warehouse?
No, I was out doing. Nobody told me anything about the warehouse until like hours after everything happened.
That's where everyone bit the dust.
But y'all made it out, and that's the important thing.
But Artemis is a very old Ventru.
Alright, well, she's on the list now, so I ain't gonna be able to do it alone, that's for damn sure, but
You're gonna try and kill her.
I mean, I'll help if somebody asks.
Pass judgment on her.
I know kill. I ain't doing all the theatrics that most of us do.
Mm-hmm. Your shirt begs to differ.
Yeah, this is when you stab me. And he'll lift up his shirt and be like, see, I have a hole.
Well, careful you're not stabbed by a spear.
I mean, I'd say good luck, but I'm pretty sure she probably could. But that's why I have a really long spear back at the house that can go like a couple 100 yards.
You have like a harpoon gun?
No, I got a rifle.
Oh. I mean, that's still cool, but...
Yeah, you heard about the
Casino closing.
Yeah, I just figured that they had issues with the whole bullcrap.
Yeah, no, it was that. Valentina's apparently dead.
There's worse things that could happen.
The worst thing did happen. Artemis was the one who did it. We think.
No. Oh, well. Fun times then.
Yeah, now she's in control there.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Something tells me she's a problem for everyone.
Getting there, yeah. And by this point, you guys are pulling up to the school.
Especially considering we have no idea what she's doing in the casino.
No, it's still closed. Never been closed for this long. That I'm aware of.
A little concerning.
I mean, I'm pretty sure she's not playing poker. Just
no, yeah.
Is this where y'all setting up shop?
Sort of.
I went to high school here.
Peter will turn to actually look at you.
What?
How
It's been closed for It's been closed for 10 years. It was open, what, in the 50s or something? It's a long time between the two. Trust me, I ain't the only one.
Just didn't expect it. And he'll get out. The rest of
Chevy will follow.
following?
Yep.
Okay. So you make your way into the school. And Varia is right inside. Kind of impatiently waiting. You could have been a little bit more descriptive when you were telling me what was going on.
I didn't know if anyone else was listening. I didn't want to take the chance of being overheard.
Yeah, I get it with some of that. With King not doing his thing now, but Rufus set some stuff up, didn't he?
If he didn't, he didn't tell me about it.
I don't know. Either way, you could have told me a little bit more.
Said you gotta be careful when handling cults.
It was a text.
I've had weirder shit happen. I'm sorry.
If I was sending anyone in to get killed. Didn't even honestly know it was you. What happened?
Yeah. And Uriel will just immediately launch. Oh, that's Chevy. Don't worry about him. And Uriel will immediately start launching into an in-depth rundown of everything that happened, from this place being out in the sketchiest part of town, everything they overheard, everything they saw at the thing, tracking down Damian, everything that happened with that, the discussion on the way back, just full 9 yards.
Yeah. And she just listens to it all. I have no idea who these people are. Do you? You seem to know a lot about the cults.
I just know a little bit about how they tend to run. I do not recognize any of them.
You don't know either, and she'll turn to Chevy.
No.
Sounds like this is something that needs to get dug into.
Yep.
And Damian at this point is beginning to like leave. He was talking to Peter for a minute, and now he's heading out the doors. Unless any of you stop him.
No. Uriel will call out, hey, text someone to let us know you made it back safe.
Yeah.
Shelly will be like, stay safe, D.
Yeah. We'll talk later.
Yeah. Come by the house. Probably don't know where the house is anymore, actually.
I'll figure it out. And he'll slip out the door. Severia continues. This sounds like it might get dangerous. We need to get to the bottom of this. Especially if they're looking specifically for kindred. Telling Damian he's not one of them, that's dangerous.
Do we think they're like hardcore do they sound like hardcore nodists or something?
I don't know.
I mean, it just sounds real culty to me.
It is.
Was what the guy was spouting out in the nodist territory of lines of thinking?
No, not outright. At least I didn't catch any of that. I mean, they're obviously newcomers, so this could just be them setting up their base of power, and once they start drawing people in, that's when they'll really start indoctrinating them.
I mean, I got pictures and notes if you want to read them.
Yeah, go ahead and send them to me. And she'll give you her phone number.
I know. Send them over.
We need to figure out more of that. Anyone have people that can keep an ear out for these meetings? I don't know if that's the only one. This wasn't the same place that Damian found the first one.
Yeah.
Awesome. Ask some Stun in the Blood, see if they're willing to take a look.
Okay.
I can also just ask the people that around the, and turns to Erie, shadiest part of the town, which I call home, to keep an ear out.
Yeah, the reason Damian knew where this one was taking place is because they sent out messages to some of the people that were there. So, it sounded like it was just kind of a pop-up thing.
Okay, well, good news. Like I said, well, you weren't there for that conversation. I know some people that sell some stuff to some people that were probably there, so I'll just have them listen out for anybody.
Yeah, let's do that. Go ahead and talk to the Thin Bloods, see if they do know anything. I don't really know. Other than trying to get to the bottom of this, I'll keep an ear out. I'll have some people. People don't really talk to us. But, see what I can do. And she'll turn and start shooting off a couple of messages.
And Chevy will probably open up the group chat that he still has. Like, yo, if any of y'all hear about some churchy bull crap popping up, let me know.
You get a couple thumbs up, yeah, sure, other confirmations.
Zep will text a few Thin Bloods that he probably knows goes to Rufus's meeting, see if they've been heading to the other one.
Okay. Do you also text T or no?
I'll text T too.
you'll get a call from her. Fairly quickly after you shoot off that text.
Pick it up.
What are you talking about?
Apparently someone's trying to move in on Rufus's flock.
What do you mean by some sort of church thing? In your text?
Can you say that again?
What do you mean by some sort of church thing in your text?
There's apparently a cult setting up in Rufus's domain.
Yeah, one or two of us went to something. I thought it was one of Rufus's things, but I also thought it was a little weird because he figured he was gone, so I didn't know if one of his people were doing something. And they didn't come back.
Yeah, they're apparently trying to track down outsiders that they don't consider worthy enough to be in their presence.
Well, that's not good. Like I said, we got 2 people missing that I know of.
I can see if I can try to find them, but considering what we found tonight, I may not be able to find them.
Yeah, it's Jace and who was that other one? And she'll kind of shout to someone off to the side trying to get a name, and then get back with you. And on the name I had, we'll just go with Kyle. Jason Kyle.
I'll get to look and see what I can find.
Please do. I'll send some of them out, but don't know what's going on. We're down here trying to get this wrapped up.
Well, let them know to be careful, and you stay safe.
Yeah, you too. She'll hang up? Do you inform Uriel and Chevy as to what the conversation was?
So apparently a couple of Thin Bloods went to some of these meetings and are missing.
Well, that's concerning, to say the least.
Well, that just moved the timeline up a little bit, didn't it?
Yeah. I'll see if I can find them, but I have a feeling I won't.
Well, I'm wondering if they're falling in with this cult in the promise of becoming more. Did they express any interest in becoming more than Thin Bloods?
Not that I know of.
Still concerning, so.
How many are missing? Just two? We got names?
Jason Kyle.
Okay, see if we can keep an ear out.
Did the notes have any previous locations where they were hosting?
Nope. No, it was just notes seemingly for that singular night, even.
There's a lot of doctrine.
So,
okay.
It's getting kind of late. I don't want to keep you guys if you have stuff to do or clean up. And she'll eye Chevy as she says that.
I mean, I'll just take the damn shirt off. I don't really care. And actually will do so when he's just as tattooed under the shirt as he is everywhere else.
Do you need a ride over there back to anywhere?
I call one of my people.
What were you gonna say, Buttons?
No, it's good.
I'm fine as well, thank you.
All right. And Peter will step out at that point and leave. Don't know what your plans are. I'm staying here until we figure this out.
I've been working upstairs and downstairs, so I've been pretty well around too, so I'll stay around.
And Chevy will offer their number to anyone that doesn't already have it.
So we'll take it.
And I'm going to be making more of them bloodstones. So if we run into any more of them, we can let them run away next time. We just got to make sure that they're on them so we can figure out where they go.
Andy. All right.
So you guys trade numbers, do whatever else. Chevy shoots off the text to come get picked up.
Yes.
And not too long later, someone in a beater car pulls up and honks a horn that it doesn't sound super new. It's an old beater, and you get the message saying that, hey, outside now.
All right, cool. That's Yogi. I gotta go.
You leave. Zep, are you heading back to your haven, or are you staying?
So we'll head back to the haven.
Okay. So after Chevy leaves, is there anything you two want to discuss? Either by yourselves or with Varia?
I don't think Zep has anything else to do here.
Okay.
Uriel will muse to Varia. I wonder... I'm kind of surprised that the Banu are getting involved. Is he even with them? I haven't seen him around.
I've never seen him before. I don't really know too many of the Banu. They kind of keep separate of us. You find out, let us know.
Yeah, definitely.
It would probably help if they were. They're pretty good at tracking down this kind of stuff.
He was very helpful in finding the kids, so...
That's something. I'm gonna go finish up checking in with people.
Yeah.
So, is there any final things you guys would like to do for the evening? Starting with Zep.
As Zep's making his way home, he's going to send a video clip of the sermon to Rufus.
Okay.
And he's also going to let him know that Damian was attacked.
Does he get a response?
He does, actually. Oh, good. One more reason for me to go to Texas.
We'll keep you updated on what's going on up here.
Much appreciated. I am still a little bit tied up here.
Safe travels.
Okay. Uriel?
Uriel's gonna do a little bit more tidying up, a little more setting up, and then they'll send a text to their goal. Think you could stop by tomorrow night and help me? I've kind of fallen behind in the organizing.
Yeah, sure. Well, I'll have to find a job one of these days, but kind of left when you asked me to, so I'm free for a little bit.
Don't worry, I'll help you figure it out.
That'd be great. So, you continue to work on that. Give me another, what did I have you do last time? Intelligence and...
Academics, I believe.
Yes, academics.
Okay. Intelligence and academics. Ah. 5.
You hit a point where it seems like they just kind of grabbed them in order, so this section that you're working on is already fairly well separated and cataloged, it seems, so you make a lot of headway right then. Leaves off on a good note for you, despite a frustrating evening. And Chevy. Yogi takes you to your apartment, unless you want him to go anywhere else.
No, the apartment's perfectly fine. They will remove the panel from the bathtub, get their cleaning kit out, clean their firearm, put it away properly in its slot, and then proceed to clean the already very clean apartment.
Okay.
And they will kind of sit down and do their morning routine. Has a lot to do with like personal stuff, so I'll tell you exactly what that is in text.
Yeah, that's fine. So you all wrap up for your evening, cleaning, organizing, getting settled, and then you all eventually fade off to the day sleep. So, thank you for joining us in this very interesting game. Our social media can be found on our link tree. Pretty much everything is either at Total Party Krit or at Total Party Krit Games. You can find pretty much all of our social media links on the link tree, which will be linked down below somewhere. Join us on Discord, that'd be amazing. You can ask questions, talk to us, chat, see more pet pictures, the whole 9 yards of everything. If the link isn't working, which I'm pretty sure it's been fixed, if not, or you just want it to be sent one, you can message me on Discord. My name is exactly on here, Feyla. You can think Dangle's is also just Dengle. You can message him too. We'll send you an invite if you want it. You can also find a link to Dice Legion, which, unfortunately they don't have VtM dice sets. They do have a lot of other really cool dice and other dice accessories like dice trays, pins, a lot of other neat stuff. I think they have clothing now. It's been a minute since I've been on there. Very nice company, small business. That link will take you to get a discount off. So help you save a bit of money, and we get a little bit of kickback from it. I'm blanking on all of our announcements tonight. What have I missed?
We also have a Patreon, if you can and are willing to do so. everybody knows how that stuff works now. So, and then we are moving to Tuesdays and Sundays. So if you want to catch us on our alternate days that are not this, it will be Sundays, not Saturdays like we have been. It will still be myself and Buttons alternating on Tuesdays, which I believe next Tuesday will be me running.
No. It's me and you on Tuesdays.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You said Tuesday. Saturday. I mean Sunday. Buttons runs Sunday, doesn't she?
Next Tuesday, I believe it's going to be me running.
Correct.
Which is what I was saying. I already said that me and Buttons alternate Saturdays or Sundays.
Next Sunday, this upcoming Sunday will be Buttons' game. So that will be the on-off.
Yes. So, yes, that is our new schedule. And I think that pretty much covers everything.
All right. So you can stay with us for some post-games talks with maybe some spoilers ahead. If you want, this is your warning. So if you don't want spoilers, thank you for joining us. And have a good day, night, whatever it is.
Have a good night.
All right. Spoiler time. And Nosferatu is joining us for secrets.
Naturally.
He just knew.
It's like cryptophilia or something like that, right?
Yeah. So I had fun. How about you guys?
Yeah, it was great to be back in the gamer seat for a little bit more.
How'd you like Chevy?
I like him. He's fun.
Definitely going to be a pain later.
No, he's never going to be a pain.
Nah, not at all. I enjoyed having Chevy. Interesting change up from Rufus.
Yes. Straightforward still, but straightforward in a non-reckless way.
Mostly.
Yeah.
Still makes questionable decisions.
Always done that. As that made evident by his admissions about his mortal life.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's fun. By the way,
what?
On those bite attacks, I literally was rolling just blood dice.
Fantastic.
So that was fun.
Yeah. Anything you guys want to talk about?
I had.
Yes, but.
But what?
I don't know, Buttons. What's the but?
I have so many questions, but I know none of them are going to get answered because spoilers.
Well, you can ask, and maybe I'll give you some sort of answer.
In just a second here.
Okay, anyone other than Buttons?
I should have asked this in game, but would have Uriel or Chevy have taken particular notice on the tattoo on Zep's hand? Because he has a
probably because he was licking it.
Yeah, that's true.
But would Chevy know what a Camarilla brand looks like? I wonder.
Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely. Because that's probably where his sire came from.
Yeah, sure. So yeah, he would have probably seen that since he, was licking blood off your hand.
No. has already said that he doesn't really give two craps about anybody else, so you're probably fine with Chevy at least. How screwed are we? On a scale of 1 to 10.
In what way?
They're going to come after us actively.
Sorry, I didn't mean for you guys to hear dog gagging noises. That was gross. I mean, none of them really saw you, so you're probably fine.
Everyone can confirm that we are kindred are dead.
Mm-hmm.
I know for a fact that there was a insight roll somewhere.
Maybe. There was. I'm not telling you guys, though.
Yeah.
Of course not.
I know there was the second that you were like, he backs away with a hiss. So he knows who I am. Whoever he is.
Someone knows something.
And to reverse pickpocket, are you going to have dexterity and larceny or dexterity and subterfuge?
Probably larceny.
Oh, good. I'm good at that. That's what I made him do. A lot of the stuff that I did.
Yep. Yeah, because it would be like hand stuff. Subterfuge is more vocal. There are some things I would allow either, but... anything else?
This is Rufus.
Scale of 1 to 10?
Sure.
Six or 7. It's not quite I'll take care of my damn self yet, but it's they better take care of it before I get back, or somebody's head's going to roll.
Rufus would have seen some of his own people there too, by the way.
Yes, and that's why it's the 6 or the 7. Otherwise, it would be like a 3. Because, oh, okay, they're really going to try to do that.
So, what do you guys think this cult is?
Gehenna cult, maybe?
Oh. Would just be Pseudo Sabat want to bring everyone to their stuff. But not quite. For obvious reasons.
Any thoughts, Buttons?
I think this might be the openings of demon things that we were talking about.
Who knows?
Nah, not this one.
Is certainly one thing that I'm not going to spoil for you guys, because I want to see how long it takes you to realize what it is.
If it's nodists, we'll take all of their fun stuff and hide it in a van.
The van that's not here?
Yes. The van that will probably soon be upgraded.
Oh yeah? Upgraded to what?
I don't know, just something a little bit bigger. Like a small bus.
Yeah, it sounds like you're gonna need it if you keep inviting people on. It's getting kind of squished.
Yeah, that's why there's just two. One up front, one in the back.
You want to tell everyone what Rufus is doing on this leg of the trip?
So he's already left Atlanta at this point, I believe.
Yes.
Or, wait, no, not quite.
Yeah, he has still a drop off to make.
Yeah, no, he all right, yeah, he hopped out and then came back.
Yes.
To pick up Tori. There was a certain yappy dog that he didn't much care for that is now Tori's
problem.
Alarm system. It is a Jack Russell terrorist.
Once Rufus expressed mild disinterest in Robinson's dog, she was very quick to suggest perhaps finding a new place for it to live.
And Rufus, not the complete cold-hearted animal, was like, I know somebody that takes care of dogs very well. Normally. It will be mostly happy.
And oh boy, Tori was not extremely thrilled with receiving this little dog. But she took it.
Yes, but Axel will have a new friend.
Yeah. Yeah, so will the plethora of other dogs that are there.
Yes, the 15 pounds of terror.
Yeah.
Versus the 130 plus pounds of everything else.
Yep.
New Coterie punishment just drops, taking care of the tiny terror for a week.
Pretty much. Oh no, not a week.
Forever.
No, the thing is, we get into so much stuff, it's going to rotate so often that it ends up becoming a week per person.
So that's where Rufus says he's probably either staying in Atlanta right now or just on the cusp of leaving it.
Again.
It's been there quite a bit lately.
Yeah. He did go to Charleston for a couple days.
I think
then came back.
Rufus and Tori also probably had a discussion about some transporting of some beverages.
Yes. Which will be relayed to Charlotte, which will be discussed at some point in game.
Starts of those conversations have been had. Anything else you guys want to go over or question or talk about?
Not that I can think of right now.
I think I won't say my curiosity is sated because I've still got 1,001 questions that
you didn't ask any questions, though.
That's because the ones got asked for me, and the ones I had got asked by other people. I was thinking, anyway, I'm good for now because I want to see how things unravel.
Okay. whoever stayed on or whoever will continue to watch this point, thank you and have a good one. Farewell.